Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to design a Christmas party flyer like this. So if this is your first time coming to my YouTube channel and my videos are the kind of videos you're looking for to level up your design skills, then please consider subscribing to this channel and turn on the notification bell so as to be notified when next I drop a new video. So if you're already a subscriber to this channel, then thank you so much for coming back. So without any further ado, let's get started. Yeah, thank you guys. Alright, this is my Corel Draw. So I'm going to create a new page. To do that, I'll come over to this place where I have my plus sign over here. I just go ahead and tick it like this, and I have my page created. This size I'm using for this is A5. So if your one is not A5 size, you can just come over to your property bar over this side, then choose A5 size, just where I did my own like this. So you already know that this version of Corel Draw doesn't allow me to use the feature of the click on my rectangle to fit into my workspace over here, or Canva, anywhere you want to call it. So I will draw a rectangle over here like this, then head over to my property bar where I have my page dimensions. I just go ahead and copy up these figures, Ctrl+C on my keyboard. Sorry, make sure the box you drew is not selected yet. Then come over to this place and copy the page dimension, Ctrl+C on your keyboard, then select the box that you drew, then paste it over there, Ctrl+V. Do the same thing to the other side and copy the figure, and select this one, Ctrl+V over here like this, then hit P on your keyboard to centralize it to your project. So I'll head over to my property bar as I normally do, then get rid of the outline like this. Let me take out the fill so that I'll start it from the fresh. So this is what I have right now. Next up, I'm going to fill this my workspace with a gradient. So I'm going to select the project like this, then hit G on my keyboard, or better still, come over to your toolbar over here at the left hand side of your Corel Draw interface. So you come over to this place where it says interactive fit tool. Click on that drop down arrow, and you have multiple options to select from the options given to you. So I'll go ahead and select this interactive fit tool. That is the G on your keyboard, is the shortcut key for it. So I will drag it this way, and this is what I have right now. So this side that I have over here that has this black shade over it, I just drag this red over here, then fill it with this black side that I have over there. Do the same to the other side that has black on it. Sorry, let me go back to that. Do the same thing to this side where this plate that has white on it, then drag this red over to that white box like this. Yeah, this is what I have right now. So next up, I'm going to change the fill to elliptical fountain fill. So I'll head over to my property bar in this place where I have multiple options. Like you can see over here, I have elliptical fountain fill, I have linear fountain fill. So I'll go ahead and select this elliptical fountain fill, then try to adjust it the way I want it like this. So I'll select the down part of it, then make it a little bit darker like this. Okay, so I want it a little bit darker like this. Sorry, that's too much. Yeah, like this. And I'll scale this up, sorry, like this. Yeah, so I'll come over to my property bars again, this place where it says smooth. I'll just go ahead and smooth that way, then try to scale this one a little bit up like this. Like, it is perfect. So next up, I'm going to bring in the resources I'm going to be using. Over here in page 3 are the resources file I'm going to be using for this tutorial. So I'll highlight it like this, Ctrl+C on my keyboard, then come over to your project, then Ctrl+V to paste it like this. So I'm going to position them over here like this, like this, like this. So the next step I'm going to take now is to duplicate this side, this gradient fill that I just made like this. I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to right click and drag, then left click at the same time to duplicate it like this. So this one over here, I will change it, I will take out the fill like this. The reason I'm doing this now is because I want to power clip this fill over here inside of my project. So I'll right click on it, then select power clip. Your cursor will change it from the normal one to arrow shape like this, so pointing to when you want to paste the selected fill. So I'm going to select my canvas space over here like this and power clip it inside. So next up, I'm going over to this place where it says edit and open it up, then select it, then press P to centralize it with your project. So what the concept behind it is to add a little noise to this my gradient. So I'll head over to my menu bar where I have my effects, then adjust, then okay, come over to this place where it says, where is that noise thing? Okay, come over to this place where it says noise, then add noise. So this Corel Draw automatically keeps the record of the one that I used earlier, so I'll just go ahead and tick OK. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and finish it over there like that. So next up, I'm going to bring in this my gifts over here, this box. Yeah, it is the box that I got from Google, so I'm going to scale it down a little bit for now, then duplicate it like this. Right, hold down shift on your keyboard while duplicating it, right click and left click and right click at the same time to duplicate it like that. So then I'm going to compress this one a little bit like this to make it look as if the other one is bigger than this one. Then adjust it like this, and it's okay like that. I'll highlight it like this, then Ctrl G to group them. Then I'm going to centralize it just like that. Next up, I'm going to type in the Naughty House present, Naughty House. Sorry, I'm going to change the font to Roboto. Yeah, so I'm going to type it Naughty House Party present. Like that. So I'm going to scale it down to about 10. Sorry, 10 or okay. I'm going to scale it down to 12, then centralize it like this. So I'm going to use my shape tool to adjust the breathing space like this to make it has that space in between the characters like this, and reposition it over here like this. I'm going to reposition the Naughty House Party over here like this, then make sure it is centered with my project. Next up, I'm going to apply a shadow to it. Then I'll select my shadow in my toolbar over here, then apply it to my Naughty House Party present like this. Okay, this flyer is not something that somebody ordered me to do. I'm just doing it for the sake of this tutorial. It's something that I just came up with, and I decided to use it to do tutorial since it's almost Christmas. So I decided to do something that has to do with Christmas like this. So next up, I'm going to bring in this my resources over here, then try to trim out this side out of it. Then I'll right click on it, then select my power clip option, or better still, so you guys click on your mouse, then drag it to your project where your cursor will changes from the normal one to something like looks like arrow shape like this. You will right click, then drag it to your project. You see your cursor will changes from the normal one to something like look like a snapping shape. Then it's going to prompt you with these multiple options: move here, copy here, power clip, and cancel. So for me, I'll just go ahead and select the power clip options. Then come over to this place where it says edit, then try to position it where I want it like this, then scale it down a little bit, position it over here. Next up, I'm going to change the blending mode from normal to screen. To do that, I'll select my transparency tool, then change it from the normal over here in my property bar to screen, and that black stuff of it is gone. So yeah, let's see what we're having. Yeah, this is what I'm having right now. So I'll try to position it like this. Yeah, so I'll make a duplicate of that to this side. Hold on or shift on your keyboard, then duplicate it like this. Yeah, I'll try to position it over here like this. So next up, I'm going to bring out this snow effect that I have over here. I'll right click on it, then select power clip over here. But if you don't want to do that way, then right click, then drag it to your project where your cursor will changes from the normal to snapping shape like I normally said. Then select the power clip option, and it is right inside your project. Hold down Alt on your keyboard to make a selection of the snow effect, then scale it up like this, then position it where you want it, then okay, yeah, then hold down Alt again, click on this side of this thing that will power clip that Christmas stuff over there, then control page up to bring it to top of the page. Do the same thing to the other side, the multiple click on this side, then bring it to top of the page like this. Yeah, So I'm going to select the snow effect like this, stuff like this, then change the blending mode from the normal to screen over here like this. So next up, I'm going to blur this this snow effect a little bit. So to do that, head over to your menu bar where you have your effects, blur, then Gaussian blur like this. Like I said, this Corel Draw normally keeps the record of the one you've already done. That is the previous figures that you applied to design you've already done before. So it's going to keep the record for you. So I'm just going to click OK like this. So next up, I'm going to type in let me try to bring this up like this. Okay. So next up, I'm going to bring this one to the side. Next up, I'm going to type in the Christmas party over here like this. Scale it up like this. I'm going to double click on it to bring it to highlight it, Control A. So we have over here like this party. So Control A on your keyboard to highlight it, then Shift F3 on your keyboard to change the case to title case like that. So I'm going to Control K to break it apart, then bring this one over to this side, then try to scale this one a little bit like this. Now I'm going to change the font to Amarillo over here like this. Amarillo. Yeah, let's try to scale it down a little bit like this. No, something like this, and it is perfect. Something like this, and it is perfect like that. So I'll try to scale this one also, then change the font to Amarillo also, and position it over here like this. Select the both of them, hit C on your keyboard to make sure they are centered like this. So next up, I'm going to apply a shadow to it. So I'm going to select my shadow to my toolbar over here, then apply a shadow to it like this. So I'm going to hit Ctrl K on my keyboard to break the shadow apart from the text. So if I try to drag the shadow over here, you can see I'm having the shadow alone, I'm also having the text alone. So what I want to do now is to copy the shadow. I'm going to press Ctrl C on my keyboard to copy it, then draw my rectangle over here like this, then power clip it inside so that to enable me to work inside the text like that. So I'm going to select the text, then edit inside the text, then select the box, then delete it, then paste the shadow that you copied earlier. So next up, I'm going to bitmap it like this, then click OK, then reduce opacity to about 70, select your transparency tool, then try to reduce the opacity to about 75 or so like this. Yeah, and I think it's okay. Then try to bring it down a little bit like this. I'll click OK like this, finish. Yeah, and this is what we're having right now. So it seems like it's looking like more of 3D stuff like that, to make it look as if it's embossing like that. That is the concept behind it. I will do the same thing to this party over here. Then select my shadow, apply a shadow to it like this, then Ctrl K to break it apart, then select the shadow, make sure it's selected. Yeah, then Ctrl C on your keyboard, draw your box to power clip it inside the party like this. Power clip inside, then come over to this where it says edit, to edit it, then select the box, delete it, then paste the shadow that you copied earlier. Then I'm going to bitmap it like this. So next up, I'm going to reduce the opacity. Select your transparency tool in your toolbars, then reduce the opacity to 75 or so. Then try to bring it down a little bit like this, like this. So yeah, this is what we are having. As you can see, everything is coming up right now. So next up, I'm going to bring in this Christmas stuff that I have over here. Then we rotate it this way. Let me type in 270 rather, my 270 over here like this. My angle of rotation. Then try to scale this one up a little bit. Then right click then drag it to your project, or your cursor will change it from the normal one. So something that looks like what you just saw on the screen. Yeah, so I'm trying to position it like this and change the blending mode from normal to screen like this. So as you can see, this thing is already coming up. So let me check out what we have. Okay, and 24 December, so I'm going to simply type in that. So I'm select my text tool, then type in 24, sorry, delete that, type in 24 over here, 24th December, 24th December 2021. Then I'll change the font to Roboto. Yeah, like this. So I'm going to change the case to uppercase. So come over to your menu bar where you have your text, scroll all the way down to where you have your change case, then change it to uppercase like this, click OK like this, then scale it down like this, then position it over here like this. You can also scale it up if you felt like it's too small. Let me try to take this a little bit. Okay, let me highlight this one. Okay. Yeah, let's lay it down a little bit like this. Sorry. Let's just use the text to the figures. Okay, I think I should use 30 since this one is 24. Let me use 30. Yeah, I think this is okay. Let me see if I try to bold this. Yeah, let's keep it that way. So next up, I'm going to type in the address. Let me see what address. Okay, let me just copy the address from this side of the flyer that I've already done. Ctrl C on my keyboard, then come over to your project, paste it like this over here with Ctrl V. So I'm going to highlight both of them, then give it a shadow like this. Give it a shadow like this. So next off, I'm going to create something that looks like shadow underneath this box that are over here. This is my gifts over here. So I'm going to select my pen tool over here, my pen tool like this, my toolbar, and just randomly trace around the edges of create a line along the edges of this box over here like this. Like this. I really hope you understand what I'm trying to do right now. So like this. So I'm going to change the color to black and get rid of the outline in my property bars. Then select the box, control pitch up to bring it to the top of it. Then select it like this. Select the part that you just created using your pen tool. Let me just highlight it. Sorry. Let me just highlight it rather. Then come over to your effects, blur, then Gaussian blur, and try to increase it like this. Yeah, I think this one is okay. Then let me try to bring it out a little bit. Sorry. Then reduce the opacity. Select your transparency tool, then reduce the opacity a little bit to make it look more softer like that. So next up, I'm going to use this my green leaf over here, just to make the design more to give it that eye-catchy stuff like that. Then randomly, just do it randomly, duplicate it randomly, just to give your design more attention like that. So I'm going to select this one, scale it down a little bit, then change it. I'm going to blur it. Before then, let me bitmap it like this. So I'm going to blur it a little bit, effects, blur, then Gaussian blur over here. Sorry, let me use motion blur. Sorry, effects, blur, then motion blur. Yeah, let me try to reduce it that. Let me try to reduce it like this. Yeah, this is what we're having right now. So I also make a duplicate of this, then bring it to this side, then try to reduce it like this. Then this one, rotate it this way, like this. Yeah. So next up, I'm going to bring in my light effects. Where do I have my? Okay, I have it over here like this. So I'm just going to import it like this. Import it over, put it over to the side. I'm trying to trim out this side of the white that I don't want, like this. So I'm going to change scale it up. Okay, let me leave it this way for now. Then bitmap it in your menu bar over here like this. So I'll change the blending mode from the normal, you already know, to the screen like this. Yeah, and that's what we're having right now. I'll try to position it over here like this, then duplicate it over to the side like that to give it that lightning effect over there. So let me see what if we are having any other thing left. I kind of feel like this one is a little bit darker. Let me try to make this one a little bit darker too. Okay, you have to go inside. You click on your project like this to open it up. Select the gradient like this. Then try to adjust it like that. Adjust the side of this into make it look more a little bit darker again. I think it's okay like this. Yeah, and this is what we're having right now. So this is how I was able to achieve this Christmas party flyer. I hope you do like this video and you will get a lot of ideas on how to come up with background. So if you like this video, please do give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it to other people who are searching for such video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next tutorial.